This is Graeme McDowell. And this is the first, and he's got a chance to win the hole against Hunter Mahan. And if you give him half a chance, he grabs it. At the end of the day, you never know. McDowell's might be the key match. Haven't seen too much of Graeme McDowell, but he's got a chance to win the hole here.
Looking good. Yes!
Oh, well done. Graeme McDowell goes 3 up at the 6th. He's had 3 birdies, he's 3 under par, and he's 3 up. This time. So McDowell loses the hole. He's only 2 up on Hunter Mahan now.
$12-9 overall. McDowell has done well to get it on the front edge of this par 5 on 11, but he's a mile away from the hole. Eagle putt. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, that was a very good touch and good read there.
Has produced his best on singles day. This is Hunter Mahan in the last game. He's putting like McDowell was putting for an eagle at the 11th. This one cuddles round, running on well, but running away past.
Mahan for a birdie on 11. McDowell in about 3 feet away. And in the context of the Ryder Cup, that could be an expensive miss, as he is the tail ender.
This to win the 11th and to go 3 up in the bottom match, the potential Ryder Cup deciding match, and he knocks it in. Well done for home. 6 holes to play, 3 up.
McDowell struggling here a little bit on the 12th. Needs this to hold for his par.
Didn't hit it. Well, this is, I think, to win the hole. Mahan pops it in, and McDowell is only 2 up. McDowell 2 up after 12.
Well, it's obvious it's going to come down to this match in the end. Mahan in the driver's seat, in as much as he's going first, putting the pressure perhaps on Graeme McDowell. Good shot to the par 3.
Middle of the green will do well enough for McDowell here. Don't be a hero. Don't go in the water. Is what Colin Montgomery will be saying to his man. It's fine. You've got to be dry.
Tactically very sound there, McDowell. And there's going to be a tactical battle over the closing holes. Do you think he's leaving a little message behind at Celtic Manor?
Just looking at the, you know, I think he probably is, from the 4th, birdie, par, birdie, par, par, birdie, and then birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie, par, birdie.
Yeah, no one can live with that. I think Molinari's done well only to lose 4 and 3 in the end. Jay, it's pretty tight out there. What's the mood, what's the atmosphere amongst the crowd like?
Mahan's trying to fight back. This is to win the hole. Both players hit the green. McDowell's already missed. Mahan won the previous hole with a par. Not much break in this putt. It actually has a funny little break each way in the end.
Gosh, I thought that was in. I really did think that was in.
He lost his unbeaten Ryder Cup record yesterday afternoon. He was unbeaten at Valhalla 2 years ago and had won his first 2 matches, or avoided defeat in his first 2 matches here.
And remember, this is the man that got a half with Paul Casey in the singles at Valhalla when he holed an unbelievable putt on the 17th hole. McDowell to win the hole.
It's come up a couple of times short online. And he's short again online. Still, he stays 2 up.
Every chance that this could finish as a tied match for only the 3rd time in Ryder Cup history, and of course a tied match means that the US keep the trophy. Such a good hole, this 14th of Warren, isn't it?
It's very demanding, both off the tee with the driver. That's where they would be looking to get it, average length for some of the professionals, and then playing into this green across the water. Green angled, which really does bring the bunkers into play if you air a little long.
In many respects, it's the sort of signature hole of the golf course, isn't it? With its double break and the water coming in both off the tee and with the second shot.
Well, with Mahan in the fairway, this becomes an even more difficult tee shot. I think everyone pretty much feels out here that this is going to be the point that gets him over 14. McDowell's fully aware of the situation. Straight down breeze right now, first significant breeze we've had all day. I still don't think he can carry the water. He's got to go left.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Good answer to Mahan's tee shot.
This surely is the crucial match, the 12th of the 12 singles. Alongside each other in the fairway at 14.
Probably be Mahan to go first. He's got 190. McDowell has 189. It's one of those positions, though, that it's almost a toss-up as far as who goes first. Looks like McIlroy's actually going to go. Excuse me. Finished the McIlroy match already. This is McDowell.
It's that kind of afternoon, though, Jay, isn't it? It has been another fantastic series of singles with the Americans coming back so strongly.
Well, it's going to go right down to the end, I think.
Absolutely.
It seems to be the general consensus out here. So from 189, good angle in. It's a hole that if you get it in the correct level, it should gather down towards where the hole's located. Especially if you hit it a couple yards past, it'll roll right back down this hill. The breeze has died down a little bit. What there is down in from the right. It's a 6-iron shot because you don't want to hit it up on the back level of this tri-level green. If you err, you want to err on the short side, so he'll just take 6 and go ahead and hit it nice and full. Oh, he's hit that fat. That's going in the water. Oh, we got lucky there. Might be some nerves going on.
There's Colin Montgomery.
I actually said to Colin walking up on the previous green, I said, "You having fun?" And he just went, oh. I couldn't really answer.
I can tell you he isn't.
I think he's hoping for fun afterwards. Now from 190, breeze right now is right to left. The key is to look up the Fly Emirates blimp and you can tell exactly where the wind is going. He's going to start this out to the right a little bit and just draw this on the breeze with a 6-iron.
He's come up short as well. That's a bonus for the Europeans and the disappointment for the Americans.
It's not over yet. Unbelievable tension now around Celtic Manor. Everybody knows that Mickelson and Johnson are all but certain winners. It's going to come down to Molinari, Fowler and McDowell, Mahan.
Good lie here, plenty of green to work with. He wants to land it on the lower level and not have too much spin, get it to release up to that middle level. It'd be a lot easier shot if you hadn't just been a little bit nervy on the previous shot. He's got a lot of loft to try and run it up from the lower level.
Pretty good. Well done, Graeme McDowell. Now we'll see what Hunter Mahan can do.
Monty, Darren Clark, Colin McGinley, all with this match. I think everybody at Celtic Manor has now got it worked out. This looks like being the one which will decide the 2010 Ryder Cup.
Well, it's one of them. The other one with Eduardo Molinari. Molinari in trouble on 16. It doesn't take much if you start losing a hole or two, and even he will know that everything will come down to him. And the one thing about these sort of matches is not only do you think you let yourself down, but you don't want to be letting your team down. You don't want to be letting all the fans down. There's so much more at stake than when you are just playing for yourself.
Not a lot of break in this one. It is uphill quite a bit. It'll flatten out the last 10 feet. What break there is going to be left to right. Has to definitely start at no more than a foot outside the left edge. And when you start to get a little bit nervous, it's oftentimes the lag putting that suffers a little bit. Imperative that you hit it nice and solid so you get the full distance out of the putt. If it starts to bounce at all, it tends to come up short, especially putting over about a little bit of fringe there. You really want a good strike.
Wales has never hosted a Ryder Cup before. My goodness, they've had a good one, haven't they?
That's a very good putt. That's an excellent putt from Mahan. Not conceded this putt though. Down the slope for McDowell. Makes his par. Good 3-footer that for the Irishman. Pars are going to be very handy now.
Quickly back to Mahan.
McDowell remains 2 up, 4 to play. Or if you prefer, Mahan 2 down, 4 to play. The European pair, McDowell and Molinari, both up. But remember, the Europeans need a 1.5 points from these 2 games to get the cup back.
Mahan in the bottom match. Driver up the hill on this par 4 hole. Not quite long enough to get on, just short in the semi-rough. No real danger there.
Looking a bit paler, Colin Montgomery.
McDowell. A real shot is a manoeuvre of the ball from right to left. Going to work very hard to go the other way and move it left to right in the air.
Well, they're saying shot them.
No, that's where he didn't really want to go.
No.
And that's probably where he would have been aiming with his flight of ball. So we've seen so many before. That's such a tough shot to play. Oh, this looks horrible for McDowell, but I think it'll be Mahan who will go first. He's still got a little awkward shot across the little shoulder.
Mahan's got a good lie. He's got a little bit of an upslope, but he has to land it on a downslope. Plenty of green to work with, but he's going to definitely have to open it up and give it the high flop shot. Anything within 4 or 5 feet of the hole would be a good shot. It'll also break from right to left quite a bit initially and then straighten out.
He's played a really stunning shot there.
Cometh the hour, cometh the man, we often say. It's an old cliche, but Mahan might be the man that turns it around for Corey Pavin and makes it a black day for the man who's on screen at the moment, Colin Montgomery.
Well, McDowell has an absolutely horrendous lie. If somebody would have thrown it down in a spot trying to find a bad one and stepped on it, this would be about it. No green to work with, downhill lie. I think the smart play would be to play out to the right so the hill can take some of it off, some of the speed off the ball, and then curve it back down towards the hole. He's just in a nasty position here.
We're trying to get a close-up view of it, and we still haven't seen the ball, Jay.
I had to practically be right on top of it to see it. I mean, it's really in bad shape, Doogie.
I think he's going to take your advice, Jay. He's going to go right and hope that he can get the ball to break off the hill and roll down towards the pin.
Well, that's his only way he can get it close, is by playing essentially about 30 degrees right away from the hole.
No. It was always a difficult one, that.
And suddenly the tension cranks up another notch.
McDowell studied this. Can he chip it in?
Well, he's going to be one up with 3 to play. Because he's almost certainly going to lose this hole. McDowell has this for his 4. And he gets it. It forces Hunter Mahan to hole for 3 and win the hole. But Mahan's lying pretty handy to the hole. It really is tight. Hunter Mahan pops it in and wins the hole, and McDowell is only 1 up with 3 to play.
1 up. At both occasions for Europe, but so hard to squeeze out the points. Tee shot for Mahan on 16 on top of the hill. Bunkers and thick rough down the left side. Oh, and he's in the thick stuff. He won't be able to get on the green from there unless he is tremendously lucky.
McDowell's tee shot. Oh, he likes it. Excellent.
Could we have asked for a more exciting finish than the one we've got? Mahan's in the rough here at 16 and McDowell's on the fairway. It's 13 and a half, 13 and a half. The Americans need a half point. Europe needs a full point to get the cup back. The Americans need a half point to retain it. And it's all coming down at the end of 4 exciting days to one match, 2 men, and a lot of pressure.
He was trying to muscle that one out, but it was a poor lie. Not too many people have got good lies from there, but he's got it quite close to the green. And he's opened the door a little for Graeme McDowell, but this, the longest par 4 on the course, really is a tough finish, these closing 3 holes. Long 4, difficult 3, and a very interesting par 5.
188 yards to go for Graeme McDowell here, playing his second to 16.
It looks to be a 6-iron for him.
That's running ever closer to the hole. It's a good shot by McDowell.
Again, he's left it on that top side. We know how fast that is. He'd love to that have gone the other side of the hole, be the same distance away, but he'll take it.
Wait a minute now, he's busy making signs to the gallery. Just keep calm, because at the end of the day, there are still 3 holes to go.
And the crowd flooding onto the fairway there, right behind Mahan as he is about to play this chip. They're trying to see as much of the action as they can.
Mahan has a good lie. The difficulty is once it hits the green, it's going to start really breaking hard left to right. He's got to land it about 2 yards, maybe 2.5 yards on the left edge, just inside the fringe, and let it feed down left to right.
Good shot.
Very good shot.
It's such a fantastic shot to play in the circumstances, to play it off that tight grass, get the control, get it down within 6 feet, but ooh, what a putt he faces.
Well, the Americans have already had one hero in young Ricky Fowler. They're going to get another hero this sunny afternoon in Wales in Hunter Mahan.
Unfortunate thing for Graeme McDowell, he'd love in this situation with the heart rate up, the adrenaline going through the system, to have a putt where he could really give it a nice wrap, but he's only got to breathe on this, really. And that's what is so hard for people to understand when they're in situations like this. They're trying to produce golf at such a high level, be so accurate and delicate when their heart rate is getting near 200 beats a minute, I would think.
It'll be interesting to hear from Graeme after all this is over, how the tension and the nerves this afternoon and these last 3 holes in particular compare to the last 9 holes at Pebble Beach earlier this year when he won the US Open.
This one's all about speed. It can get away from him. It's very fast.
Jay, when Fisher had a putt here, he sent it past the hole and then didn't hold the one coming back.
Well, it certainly is a possibility. He knows that Mahan has a tough putt as well, but you always assume that your opponent's going to make it with a 1-up lead. If it goes in, great, but you don't want to leave yourself a tough one coming back.
See from here, it's like glass, straight downhill. Just to go 2 up and 2 to play.
Would you believe it? He's holed it. Absolutely fantastic from Graeme McDowell.
Well, well, well. 2 up, 2 to play. He needs a half in order to enable Europe to regain the Ryder Cup.
That's the most astonishing hole I've seen in a long while, because this is a tough par 4. Mahan's chip, I thought, from below the green was superb. The quality of the shot to give himself a chance for 4. To make 3 on top of it in this situation when it all boils down to it. I don't know what is flowing through the veins of Graeme McDowell, but it isn't human.
Colin Montgomery knew what he was doing when he put the name Graeme McDowell there in the 12th spot. Some people were saying, you know, why is McDowell so late in the draw? Well, Colin Montgomery no doubt said to himself, we need someone with guts and courage in that bottom spot just in case, you know, it's going to be tight, and it will be. And he chose McDowell, and McDowell has, there he is. Colin Montgomery saying, well done, mate. Well done. No. It's not over yet, though. You've still got to get a half.
Well, that's the thing. Fantastic putt, and now that he's guaranteed a half point's not good enough. He needs to win this match. Don't underestimate Hunter Mahan, but this was just a putt of real difficulty, and he judged it beautifully. I thought for a second it wasn't going to make it. It just toppled in down that slope. And yes, look at the reaction. Sergio Garcia, his great mate Rory McIlroy, leaping for joy.
As both captains have said, this is a team event. All players from both sides have played their part at the moment.
I accept that. The only point I'm making is that the Irish are always in it at the end, somewhere.
Big heart. Wonderful pictures of McDowell on that previous hole, but he's got to calm himself down now to play this shot.
Come on! 196 elevated tee, breeze off the left right here. This is just a nice full 6-iron. If it goes a little bit too far, the slope will bring it back.
Just a couple of deep breaths. Safely on the green, but it's running off. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. I thought for a moment it was going to run into the bunker, but that's fine. Puts the pressure on Mahan.
He should make 3 from there. I know that's such a dangerous thing to say, but it makes Mahan believe that he's got to make 2.
6-iron, same thing for Mahan. The breeze is freshening off the left, so he has to be careful not to lose it right.
Well, that helps the situation as far as Colin Montgomery is concerned, because remember, McDowell only needs a half to win the point that gives the Europeans the cup.
Unbelievable atmosphere at Celtic Manor. Everybody on the golf course, 40-odd thousand people, all now gathering around the 17th green. And Graeme McDowell, who walks the Champions Walk at Pebble Beach in June this year to win the US Open, is now hoping to be the man that holds the putt to win the Ryder Cup.
It would be a little bit of irony, wouldn't it, if the US Open champion is the man who delivers the blow to beat America.
And you never know, in Ryder Cup things happen. Mahan could chip it in.
Oh, well, if he does, that would be just adding to one of the many miracles we've already seen this week.
Colin Montgomery going round all the team members. He's hopeful of victory and just making sure that he's saying to all the players, you played your part, you did well. Many congratulations. Some of you lost to pretty good golf. Some of you won, but we're poised to get the trophy back, but it's not back yet.
No formalities here at all for either side.
And this is one tough cookie, remember, Hunter Mahan. He was in the winning team in 2008. He's been in 2 winning President's Cup teams. He won a WGC event this year, won another event in the PGA Tour.
And remember what he did to Paul Casey on the 17th hole at Valhalla. He hit it on the safe side. He had to go over a big ridge in the middle of the green, and he holed it from 40 feet across the green to give him a 1-hole lead playing the last, and in the end they halved the match. So he is a man for a big occasion, Mahan.
Nobody is counting chickens here in the European team. So sad for Mahan. No one wanted to see that. No one. Oh, no.
That's heartbreaking.
I'm so sorry for Mahan.
Just remember Rocker, the Open Championship.
Graeme McDowell and his very experienced caddy, Ken Comboys, will just slow everything down here. They'll just take their time.
Oh, that is very sad for Mahan, but let's see what McDowell can do. It's quite a long way up the green there, isn't it? You know, you don't want to leave it too short, but your opponent has made it so much easier for you.
A man from Royal Portrush in Northern Ireland sparked off huge celebrations there when he won the US Open. And I think there might be a few more Guinnesses put away in Northern Ireland if Graeme McDowell can win the Ryder Cup for Europe.
I tell you, they're being poured now, if they haven't been poured already today.
Monty can hardly look.
Well, as I said earlier, he's never won a major. The Ryder Cup was his major, and this man can give Colin Montgomery the victory that he so much wanted.
Dead.
It's a long way up there.
Just bobbled out of the grass. It just jumped on him a little bit. Not over yet.
Can Mahan do a rocker?
Well, Mahan can hold this for 3, and then McDowell will have another tricky putt. And if he misses it, we're all going down 18 again.
That's to salvage a par and make Graeme McDowell hole his. He's short, I think. No, he's not, but he's not got the line. And he's conceding, and Europe have won the Ryder Cup.
They've got the points they needed. They needed 14.5 points, and Europe have beaten the United States by 14.5 to 13.5 here at the Celtic Manor Resort. The cup is back in Europe. An emotional moment for team captain Colin Montgomery. A tearful moment for Colin Montgomery. But what a moment for Graeme McDowell. He was the man who at the end got the vital point that was needed. And at just about 3:15 on a Monday here in Wales, a sunny afternoon in Wales, the celebrations begin for a European success over the Americans who battled so well in the final series of singles. They did not make it easy for the Europeans, who held a 3-point lead going into today's singles. It came down to the very last match before it was decided.
And somewhere in there are the celebrating European team led by the captain, Colin Montgomery. What a fantastic day's golf. What a climax.
And what it means too to European golf to have the trophy back. And Jim Furyk there from America, who must be thinking back to the approach shot that he played at 18, which was below the standard that he himself sets himself.
There's the man that hold the putt. Or in this case, didn't hold the putt, but won the hole.
He's in tears. I had an email. Give Graeme McDowell my very best. I love his sparkling Irish eyes.